health journey?
This health journey has been a very beautiful one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love self-control. I love willpower. I love putting myself, my brain, and my body to the testament. I love pushing my limits. Plus Ultra. Okay, that was an anime reference. So, My Hero Academia, I'm very inspired by that, John, because the slogan is pretty much for schools plus Ultra. It's like, you know, that's their thing because they don't got a mascot. If they did have a mascot, I think that would be, I don't know. But get it, plus Ultra. So everything I try to do, I go plus Ultra. I'm banging out some push-ups. My body. Plus Ultra, nigga, stop bitching. Give me 20 more. And the nutrients as well. It's like, I want to be lazy and just get like this. And it's like, no, go cook. You feel me? Give them nutrients. Plus Ultra. When I used to be on my fasting wave, I used to be like, oh man, I just want some bread, some starch, something right quick. And I just be like, no. Plus Ultra. So my brain just went, one day talking to one of my roommates, which is funny because this nigga eat fish now. I've seen it on the gram. I don't judge nobody though.
Just Pete, you know what I'm saying?
It is what it is. But I was making a hot dog out the microwave.
Jeez. That's savage.
And he was like, your body is gonna regret that. And I was like, what?
Nigga.
What the fuck you talking about? How you gonna tell me what my body going to regret?
I know my body.
Alright, well, your body would thank you a lot more if you didn't do that, is a better word to putting it. And I was just like, my body is saying it's about to fuck this hot dog up. And then we went deeper in depth into it, basically saying like, you don't need that. It's a dead carcass. Honestly, let's talk about the closest physical comparison to the human species. That would be an ape. The ape is top 3 strongest animals in the jungle. The other 2 strongest animals are also vegan. So I was just like, hold on. So what you trying to say? So basically what he really was trying to say was, 1, you heating that shit up in some biochemical ass bullshit, like non-natural, radiation, organic way. It's already GMO meat. It's really just scrapple, just in a plastic roll, and all
the waste products put together
and
to create that joint.
It's not the wave. Like, it's, you eat dead foods, you're gonna feel dead. You eat lively foods, you're gonna feel alive, and that's a big partial reason of where the itis comes from. And I was just like, what? This nigga spit. So yeah, them 2 joints really stuck with me. Cliche. Watched the vegan documentary, What the Health. I was like, oh shit. They kind of overdid it a little bit, but they still was spitting like the actual fact. They were saying factual points, just a little over dramatic. But yeah, man, watched a few more stuff. I put a lot of health influencers. Dr. Sebi was definitely my favorite. R.I.P. And it's the natural state for me, honestly. Like, literally, I'm gonna say this. I have not been being like personally deep this whole time. I'm about to really get on some me shit. Mother Nature. The prefix for natural is nature, right? I personally feel like Mother Nature is God. The reason why I feel that way is because Mother Nature is the creation of everything that is in our universe. When I say our universe, I mean Earth, because that's where we live. We are stewards of this plane. everything natural goes within the perfect cycle of life, death, rebirth. You literally do not have to do anything, and nature will take care of it. If I scrape my knee, which I just did like 2 weeks ago, I did not put anything on it, bro. No ointment, no water, not even a Band-Aid. I just let it heal. I think I kept it covered, obviously, because I didn't want to get infected. But I let like the scab build up on it, and I let the scab fall off. My skin pigmentation, like my melanin, was already on there, bro. You don't have to do anything. So let's talk about GMO food. GMO fruits, first of all, is really not the wave. Like, that shit dead ass is only legal over here. Everywhere else in the world, they's not accepting that. Like, really, only in North America and South America, like the border of South America, they're letting that slide. Everywhere else, they've been canceled that shit like 2-3 years ago. Like, no, we don't need that. Seriously, it's not. It doesn't make sense. So, with that being said, make it make sense. Why would I want a genetically modified organism when I can get the nutrients that God made for me? God put this here for me on some anatomy type time. That also is why I took the plant-based route. I don't have teeth built for like a carnivore or a detrivore.
Thanks.
Because in a natural state, animals with those teeth eat those things raw. If we were eating everything naturally raw, I cannot eat meat.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw that shit up. Like, I'm going to regurgitate. That's not the way our stomachs, they don't have the lactic acid to properly digest that. Like,
and our intestines is not built like a carnivore. They're much shorter. It's like 5 to 7 feet.
Exactly.
Versus like our 30 feet.
And it's just a long, super long tube. So think about food that should be going into that, like yams, you feel me? Berries, oranges, grapes. It just all makes sense. Vegetables, starch as well, like natural wild rice. It would just make sense for it to slide down the intestines versus you trying to get a ham. Forcing that joint, like, it's obviously it's not gonna come in whole, but it's like it's not working like that.
And speaking on the enzymes, like us not being able to break it down, so that builds backed up waste in our intestines and causes constipation, dehydration,
pus,
leads to illnesses,
pimples, all
mucus.
that extra bullshit. Definitely mucus. Mucus is the last form of defense within your body. When you are oozing mucus, that means you definitely drawn. Like, your white T cells lost the battle. When you get sick, that's the main thing that you dropping is like you can't smell. Your nasal is dripping mucus because it's literally trying to push out the sickness, the ill, the disease that is within you. And when you're sick, the best thing to do is really just to spit it out. I can't even form a mucus noise because I don't eat that bullshit.
Yo, and that's something
Like,
I be peeping with smokers, bro. When they cough, like, you could hear the mucus in their lungs. You could hear the mucus when you could hear that shit. It's so crazy. Like,
I smoke weed, I cough, I never feel mucus in my chest.
Facts.
It's straight air. But anyways, back to this. Natural is the way to go. I don't have the willpower to eat raw. I've tried a raw vegan diet. It was fun, I ain't gonna lie. I did feel like Superman. I definitely felt like a superhuman.
Yeah.
But I love cooked food so much. It tastes so good. So that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you actually are killing the nutrients when you're cooking your food.
Facts.
Because the flame, you know,
changes the compound of it.
exactly. So yeah, literally just think about it. Everything that is natural is the proper way to be, because you don't change what God made. That's just the way it's set up. Like, shout out Mother Nature. She really making it do what it do. I don't think I have any other words to put into how much I love being natural. I love doing everything naturally. I love healing naturally. When I have a headache, I don't take pills. I meditate. I drink water. I stretch and I sleep. Sometimes I just meditate and it goes away. Honestly, like proper breath work. I just love being natural.
God created you perfect. You are perfectly you. There's nobody else on this planet that got your DNA. You know what I'm saying? Going to do things how you do it. Is you are you. So you, like he was saying, just be you. Like learn to embody that, learn to be that to your fullest and unapologetically. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of things will flow easier from that, like having that foundation. Speaking on to the point where he was talking about illness and fasting. You know what I'm saying? Fasting is basically illness.
Drain them pathogens out.
Yeah.
Kill them motherfuckers. You feel that shit when you fast. First off, when I really changed my diet, like everything within me changed. Like the way that I was thinking, the way I was feeling, internally, externally. I literally could feel the parasites in me like crawling, but like fighting. Like they was like, oh shit, we need food, and I'm just like, oh, it burns so bad. But I know this is for a good purpose, and when it's all said and done, you feel great, man. Like it's like working out. Like you hate the burn in the mist. Well, I love the burn, but like it's tough.
Dopamine and endorphins that you're gonna get from it.
Exactly.
It's worth it.
So yeah. Next after that, the conscious kind of just like, I hate to be cliche, but your third eye really kind of just like starts to open up. Like it's just like
more aware.
Yeah, I'm really in tune. I'm my senses are like really in tune. Like I'm hearing better, I'm seeing better, I'm smelling better. I'm actually more in tune with my taste buds. I don't like sugar. I don't like artificial sugar.
Facts.
I hate sweet tea. I never thought I would say it, but like I don't like sugar in my tea because that's not what I'm putting in my body anymore. My cells have recouped to a new, you know, and that's how that works. Like you just become more aware in the sense of everything, and you just want to move differently, kind of really. Like you just don't put up with certain BS, and you radiate a higher frequency, and you vibrate that and attract those like-minded beings. And this is how we're here today.
Facts.
Because I'm from the hood. I just pulled up to my first birthday party like 2 months ago, and niggas is looking at me like, what the fuck? This boy? I'm just like, I'm cracking up. But yeah, life.
Real quick, speaking on fast, what type of fast would you do?
Right now?
No, when you was doing it.
I was doing water fast.
Okay.
If not dry fast, I hate dry fast. I ain't gonna lie. Them
Yeah.
John's the worst. I did 2 of those. I ain't gonna say
For
never
how
again,
long?
but a day.
Yeah, no, that's serious.
And I did a juice fast. Early this summer, I did a sea moss and juicing fast. That joint was cool. My uncle, for Ramadan.
You did the whole Ramadan? Nice.
Yeah, that joint was thorough.
That's fire. Nice. So how has the health played into your martial arts and your training? Like,
Yo, my stamina go dummy. I be in a boxing gym and niggas be like, damn, yo, this man can still go. And I'd be like, first of all, I be throwing my legs all day. Throwing these punches is nothing. Like, I throw 4 kicks and I get kind of tired. Like, not kind of tired, but it's like the fatigue bar go like, do. Like, it's like really a video game. Like, you got energy that you can get back. Like, when you swing dummy hard and you miss, you're not getting that energy back. When you connect it, it's still there. But when you throw every leg kick is like it go down a little bit. When you throw a leg kick and you miss, it's like, damn. So I don't have to do that in the boxing gym. I'm just throwing arms all day, and then the way that I eat is just like, you know, I smoke very consciously, so like I try not to overdo it, and I don't smoke BS. Like when I say BS, I mean
GMO?
Natural. I don't smoke GMO leaves like backwoods or sweetwoods or none of those. It means I don't even smoke the natural leaf. Honestly, I don't smoke the frontal leaf. I smoke papers. So yeah, and I mix herbs in my papers like rosebuds and chamomile and lavender. And oh my gosh, would you look at that? I have a bag on me right now.
got the pack on.
I got the
all
pack.
time.
I got the pack. Lavender. It's not a lot left, but rosebuds. And chamomile. So, yeah, that's how I get down. That stuff helps, honestly. Lavender opens your lungs up, and the rose buds gives it a nice zen feel. It's easier to inhale, so it makes it easier for me to breathe longer, if that makes sense. I obviously can't smoke before I go in, but it's like a nice little prep. Like if I smoke that and go on a nice little jog, I'd be feeling good. But it really helps with my stamina and my fatigue.
You spoke on flexibility. I don't think people speak on that enough, the importance of flexibility.
Flexibility is way more important than strength. Flexibility brings safety. Flexibility brings dexterity. Flexibility brings momentum. If you know how to use it properly, flexibility can bring speed.
Fact.
So all of those things is literally just strength. All strength does is bring strength. Flexibility just brought like 4 different things to your game. Like if it was a strategic type time, all you gotta do is get out the way, and now you got 4 different moves to work with now.
Move like water. Deep water. Flow.
Exactly. I'm both though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I think I'm a little jacked. Whatever.
But you got that understanding, and a lot of people they'll just work out without adding that
you can't.
component into.
I ain't gonna say you can't, but it's dumb to work out and not stretch, because first thing first, naturally you should be stretching, because what is the first thing you do when you wake up?
Animals, what they do? Cats stretch.
What do you do?
Yawn.
You fucking stretch, right? You get.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Sometimes you chilling, just doing nothing. Just why? Because you need to. Your unconscious is doing it for you.
Genetic dispositions.
Your unconscious is definitely trying to get you to get it popping.
Subconscious.
That too. I feel like the subconscious is when you're thinking. Like unconscious, you don't even do that on purpose. Like, you know how you're breathing right now?
Conscious would be when you're thinking.
No, conscious is the ego. Like how I am talking to you right now consciously.
Right. Okay.
But I'm thinking about what I want to say. That's my unconscious. But I'm breathing within all of this. That's an unconscious thing. Like, you sleep, but you still breathe. You unconscious, but you still breathing. You feel me?
Right. I just attribute that to subconscious, but I get what he's saying.
It's a lot of consciousness for real. I read a whole book called The Power of Archetypes. It's a super conscious, a super meta conscious, a God conscious, but we ain't gonna get into all that.
No,
so I just break it. I be on the simple 3. Like, conscious is the human, unconscious is the subconscious is the brain, and unconscious is like within the soul. Like when your soul doing it for you type. Like, it's like, I ain't even mean to do that. Deja vu moments, or your little fidgets, or stretching, yawning. So yeah.
Stretch, y'all.
Stretch is alright. This is why stretch is important. When you work out, you tensing your bones up, and you are tightening your ligaments. If you stretch, you won't have that problem. If you stretch and work out, now it's balance. If you stretch some more and do that, now you're flexible and you're dummy strong. Stretch. Now, most importantly, defense. Stretching is really great for defense. When you are loose, it's harder for something to get popped out of place. They stretch football players' legs dummy more than, I'm not gonna say they need to, but just like, that's a big point of they focus on, because they get tackled dummy hard in their legs. Like, they really be getting gored. They ALCs or MLCs or knees or tibias could get snapped at any time, because that's what's happening. They come straight full force, collision. So if you stretch, you feel me, it's gonna be able to bend out of place and go right back right quick, like a Laffy Taffy or a rubber band, just whoop whoop. So yeah, stretching is really important for the defense. Safety is really important. Really important. Like, I cannot stress enough how much stretching has been a blessing in my life. And I learned my lesson from injuries. Like, I was feeling myself when I first started getting into the Muay Thai. I was watching YouTube videos. I tried to do an axe kick, bro. No. My leg was like this, like, naturally, because I wasn't stretching. An axe kick is like this. So I forced it. My leg said... And I was like, what was that? I gotta sit down. I started limping. That's when I learned. I was like, okay, I need to stretch before I start trying to do these crazy moves. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing. If y'all think about like martial arts and kicking and stuff like that, you gotta have that flexibility / that hip range motion that gotta be opened up.
My
to
first
do
day
these drawings.
in the Muay Thai gym, I did not have a high kick in my arsenal. That was so embarrassing. That was really embarrassing. Like, they're teaching you all the moves and they talking about, all right, now just bring it up here, and I literally could not bring it over my shoulder. Not even that, like barely over my hip. I'm just like, no way. No way. Like, how do I want to do this and I can't even kick somebody in the face? Like, that's the easiest way to knock somebody out. So, yeah, stretching is important. It adds moves to your arsenal.
Diversify the portfolio. Yes, sir.
Gotta stay unpredictable.